Cross Rodeo, and I sent it out. Apparently everybody didn't get it. John, they were supposed to pay the city $500 for a couple of rodeos that they've had. And they also talked about there's a lot of new events that they're going to bring in for next year. So I'm trying to meet with them the next week or two and sort of get an outline of what they got planned for the future, to include getting a new tractor. They're going to do that. The question I have is that we've got the financials here, and we have the camera fines, a month actual as a minus 987. What was the actual number for that? Do you have any idea?
Actually, I do not know why that is a minus 987.
Well, I noticed in
it shouldn't have been, because I think there's an error in the month-to-date column, because the year-to-date is really July and August actual, because we're a month behind because of the accrual system. But the year-to-date number I know is right. I'm not sure why there's a negative. I'll have to check that.
Well, I appreciate it. The other thing that I noticed in our monthly report that you had 77 speed ban violations. That's way down, and I know the law has changed. Are we losing money, or are we making money on the speed ban? Do you know? Are you keeping up with it?
Actually, the speed ban has not been in operation for quite some time.
Yes, it's only in school zones.
And so as a result, those tickets are way down. And because the tickets that are written, we don't collect for a month to 2 months later, then right now we're starting to see the decline in speed ban as opposed to when he actually hit it.
Is there a break-even point for the number of tickets that we need to get to pay for the part-time work helpers that we've got doing this, or not?
I'm not trying to interrupt, but I've asked Mr. Trusty when we do our financial analysis this month to give us a report on the income versus tickets and expenses on that. And he's going to be working that up. Isn't that correct, Mr. Governor? Yeah. That's going to be part of our financial deal to go through that.
Thanks.
Because I'm curious on that too, since we moved it up a mile.
Yeah. I have a couple of questions.
Yes, sir.
My first question would be on the courts. We've talked about this several times. Under the misdemeanor courts, with the cost, fines and costs assessed are for this past month, $22,000, and collected is $2,500. And it's like that month after month after month, and I was been waiting for a report on that to see why those numbers are like that, if there is any good reason why they're like that. And also, I think we talked about contracting a collection service about a year ago. Has anything been done on that? And would that be something that could be used to collect some of these numbers?
The clerk's office has been in process, I know, of turning over accounts to the collection agency. That was done before I got here, as far as setting that up. I did go out and look at what they are collecting. They're actually collecting a very high percentage of the actual traffic tickets.
Right.
The other items, though, the collection rate is very much like it is in the county court system, which is due to the nature of the crime. Most of the time, it's kind of like the same problem you have with uninsured motorists. The people don't have insurance and they don't have the ability to pay if they hit you as well, and there's nothing to go after if you try to go after them. And that is the case both at the county court system as well as ours on those other things.
I can understand lower, but basically getting 10% of the fines assessed, and I just.
Well, but the other thing is what they're reporting. The first number is the amount collected. The second number is the amount not collected. Those are not the total assessed for the month. That's the total not collected for that month out of what was assessed. And it's also misleading. I need to get with them and get them to change the report.
They need to change this because it says fines and costs assessed and fines and costs collected. Okay, second question, and only because that I happened to be there when they were counting the money. We looked at the USA Stadium complex for GOAT days. That $2,100. What is that? The finals after expenses? Or
no, it looks like she's about got that finished, and it's looking like somewhere around $25,000. John. Do you remember?
The,
It looks like we're gonna net somewhere around 25,000.
Okay, because I knew that just in the parking
Expenses are
alone.
47,000 taken in, I think, it's gonna be somewhere around 25,000.
well, but that's before you cover the cost of, at the stadium itself.
Right.
It's just the direct cost, a separate.
And she's working that up right now.
Okay, well, this 2184 is just part of the number.
Right.
Okay, thank you.
How about adding the analysis of the goat days, and if we need somebody from the court for our work session on the budget,
Okay.
let's get it all done at that time.
Since you're talking about that, remind us of the date.
I'm gonna tell you in a minute. It's,
Okay.
I got it here.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. And if y'all have any other questions between now and then, if you'll call Mr. Trustee, let him know, and we'll do a full analysis on everything. Roll call.
Mr. Barger?
Aye.
Mr. Brown?
Aye.
Mr. Carruthers?
Aye.
Mr. Ford?
Aye.
Mr. Lowry?
Aye.
Mr. Morgan?
Aye.
Mr. Pike?
Aye.
Okay.